Today, we bring you a story that shocked the Nigerian community in the UK and sent waves of sorrow through a quiet neighborhood in Romford. A young Nigerian teenager, barely 18, now faces 6 years in jail, not for holding a weapon, but for encouraging a prank that ended in tragedy. How did a simple act of mischief turn deadly? And what can we learn from this painful story? This is African Black Gold TV, where we tell the stories of Nigerians abroad to the whole world. 18-year-old Nathan Otitochukwu, a Nigerian British teen from Crown Lane, Romford, stood outside the boarded-up home of 76-year-old pensioner, Mr. Robert Price. With him was a 16-year-old boy, his friend from nearby Dagenham. According to the CCTV and the ring camera footage later retrieved by the Metropolitan Police, the younger boy climbed a gas metal outside the elderly man's house. He took and lighted a firework powerful enough to cause significant damage and shoved it through a small opening in the window of Mr. Price. Inside that home, the firework exploded, violently. Within minutes, a fire spread through the building of Mr. Robert Price. Mr. Robert Price was inside, completely unaware that a deadly prank was about to end his life. The explosion was loud enough to be heard by several houses away from Mr. Price's house. But what truly shocked the investigator and the public was what happened next. Mr. Nathan and his friend didn't run away. In fact, they didn't even try to help. Instead, they laughed. Then they disappeared into the night. Emergency services were called. Firefighters forced their way in, but it was too late. Mr. Price didn't make it. Mr. Price, poof. Robert Price, who had lived alone in that house, was found unresponsive. The smoke had filled his lung. The burn on his body was severe. A postmortem confirmed that he died from smoke inhalation and terminal injuries. He likely never stood a chance to survive. The entire community was horrified. A retired grandfather, a man who had lived through war, raised children, and seen great-great-grandchildren, generation grows, had died in one of the most cruel, random ways imaginable. Mr. Price, poof, Mr. Price, don't die. The detective from Specialist Crime Note acted quickly. Within just few days, they arrested Mr. Nathan Otitochukwu at his home. Clothes matching the CCTV footage were recovered. The 16-year-old boy was arrested shortly after Mr. Nathan was arrested. The Crown Prosecution Service accepted their plea for manslaughter, and in February 2025, both were convicted. On May 26, 2025, they were sentenced. Nathan to 6 years in prison and his younger friend to 2 years and 8 months in the youth facility. But the real question everyone was asking was, why? Why? What made this kid? What made them to go in there and just behave in a senseless way? Why would two young boys, both with a future ahead of them, commit such a reckless act? Was it peer pressure, or had something gone wrong deeper within the society that raised them? In the Nigerian community in the UK, the news sent a ripple of concern. Nathan was described by neighbors as normal, quiet, and well-behaved boy. Yet now, he was part of a case that had shocked the whole nation. Many parents began to ask themselves hard question: are we really raising our children to understand the value of life? Are we being taught right from wrong? Or are we leaving them to be raised by street culture and internet? Detective Chief Inspector of Police there, Mr. Phil Clark, put it bluntly: this was a mindless, reckless act with devastating consequences. Now they must face the reality of what they've done. Meanwhile, Robert Price's family, still grieving, expressed quiet gratitude to police and the prosecutors, asking only for privacy as they mourn Mr. Price. This case isn't just about two boys and one tragic death. It's a minor. It reflects the disconnect many immigrant families, including Nigerian families, face when trying to raise their children in a foreign land. A child may be born in the UK, but if the value of home hadn't passed down, society will raise them its own way. There you have it. This boy now that has been sentenced now to 6 years. Now let's now calculate the 6 years plus his age. Before he comes out, he has spent, like his youthful age. He has spent it already in that Kirikiri when he did for Obodo UK there. Then this is also a wake-up call to our parents, to our mama, to our papa. Say, I beg, no matter what happened, always have time for your children. Now, this guy now, you can imagine, the whole neighborhood, they say, is an easygoing person, is a very good person, is a very good guy. Everybody was saying good things about him. But that is when he's around the neighborhood there. But when he gets out, you don't know what the guy is doing outside the neighborhood. Now, look at him also with just a small boy of 16 years. They were the one that threw that bow into this man's place now. Now, this guy is going out for some time. They're going to keep him there. And no matter what, even if he comes out later in the year, he's going to be an ex-convict because already his fingers will have been there that he went to jail or he went to prison. Sometimes, right, if you have a child that is very, very quiet, sometimes it's very dangerous because you don't know what that baby, that child of yours, you don't know what he or she has in his stomach. Sometimes it can be very, very dangerous. Those ones that they don't say a word, that they can't even jokele, but those ones that talk, those ones, right, the moment they talk, it's gone, then they move on. Or are we going to say it's the internet that pushed this guy to that act because it was a prank that they wanted to play on that old man? But the thing now turn upside down. The prank now sent him to jail. The prank sent his friend also to prison. This is one of the reasons why some parents, please, if your child is watching television or if videos around with phones, with tablet, always make sure, apart from that security setting that you set there, always make sure that once in a while you check his or her phone. Make sure that it doesn't go to all these sites that will teach him or her some kind of dirty things. Probably maybe this guy now, Tochuku now, maybe you learn all those things from the internet. And sometimes also always ask, who is your child friend? You want to know your child friend, you want to know his family, you want to know his parents. Just for you to be able to do what? To be able to find out if that person is the type of person that you want your child to walk, not to move with. So try as much as you can, know their parents, know where it comes from. Probably maybe once in a while, if you go to the school to pick your child, try as much as you can, put your eye on that guy, see what he does, see how he plays, see the kind of things he pronounces out of his mouth. All these things can help, can save juvenile to go to prison. I keep saying this on this platform. Sometimes when you notice that your child is behaving one kind, the best thing for you to do, if you can, is just for you to take him or her to Nigeria. It's not that Nigeria is also good, right? But at least, let him learn some kind of, discipline in Nigeria before you bring him back also to Obodo Oyibo. I'm not saying that all children are the same. There are some, even when you take them to Nigeria, they'll become worse. So the only thing we need now, I guess, is prayer. If you find this topic educative and interesting, please help me share this video to your friends and family, even your enemy, because someone got to learn one or two things from this story. Please, kindly turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified with my bugum. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I promise my wife, say any video that I drop like this, at least one person will subscribe. Otherwise, she will kick me out of the house. And you wouldn't want that to happen. And you are my subscriber today. Till I see you guys in the next video, please subscribe.